I first really realized that it was a problem when I started looking at the receipts for my DoorDash, Postmates, GoPuff, all of these food delivery services. That was like, it was my crutch. But I craved this comfort, and I'd look at myself in the mirror and I didn't know what to do. I mean, people really don't seem to understand how overwhelming this feeling can be and how difficult it can be to struggle with eating issues. But when it hits you and you have that realization of needing help and needing to make a change in your life, then you have to make the decision that you want to get better, because no one is going to be able to fix you unless you are ready to fix yourself. And I decided I was ready to fix myself, and I was ready to get better, and I wanted to be better so desperately because I was so tired of living like this. So taking that first step in the right direction was one of the scariest, but one of the most prideful moments of my life. Deciding that I could indeed do this, and I could indeed take control of my life. And Catherine was there with me every step of the way. I do feel like I have more control, but I also just feel more free because food is not ruling my life anymore. It was a response to pain. It wasn't the food that I had an issue with. It was myself and my troubles, my depression, my anxiety, and that is what I used as the solution. But in the end, it was just causing more pain. And I have never felt more free and more happy, and I wish to tell everyone about it, because if you are struggling like me, then there is hope. You are not alone, and there is someone who can make things just a little bit better for you. I'm a mother of 2 children, and they are just my whole world. I have my own business, and so I'm really focused on that a lot of the time, but I really just am someone who's working to become better for myself so that I can be better for all of the people in my life, my family, my coworkers, everyone around me. I feel like we pull in energies from the people around us, and my energy has just been not where I've wanted it to be. Number 1 is my family, my children. My children are a reflection of me, but also a reflection of the world around them, and I don't want them to run into the same issues that I've faced in my life. And so I think the most important thing to me is that my children grow up better than I grew up. So I had initially heard about it from a friend of mine. My friend had been a pack and a half a day smoker, and she had met with Catherine. She had just incredible results, and so I mean, I've never seen anything like it, so I was really interested myself to see if there was a way that Catherine would be able to help with my issues. Any stress or anxiety or lack of control that I had would go into disordered eating. I mean, I feel like I've tried everything. I've tried MyFitnessPal app, where I track calories down to anything from a piece of popcorn to a bite of a sandwich. I've tried exercising. I've tried diet pills, which were super expensive and terrible for you and ended up really wreaking havoc on my body. I've tried basically every fad diet, keto, anything like that, and nothing really worked. And the more that I felt I was failing in my diet or my exercise, the more that I turned to food as a comfort, and it just got to the point where it was out of control. There have been times where I just feel like I can't stop, is to feel totally out of control with something that is supposed to be natural. I mean, everyone has to eat, everyone has to give themselves nutrition, but that's not what it was. It was a way of coping, a way of comfort and feeling better, but it was backfiring because then I'd eat so much that I would just feel so much worse. And then I'd try periods of not eating to overcompensate for eating too much. And I would be tired all the time, not be able to focus. And I just felt so much just guilt and shame about that. And I don't ever want to feel like that again. When you try everything and you spend so much money, and it's not about looking a certain way or having a certain body type, it was just feeling healthy for myself and for my children. And so when I tried everything and I would still gain weight or fluctuate in weight up and down, I felt like a failure. And I felt like because this was out of control, that everything else in my life was out of control. I don't want my kids to feel that way. I don't think I deserve to feel that way because I'm not a failure. I didn't really know that I could be hypnotized. I didn't know if I believed in everything at first. This was something that I thought, why not try it? I mean, I've tried everything else, so why not try this? And at first, I was extremely nervous, but as soon as I walked into Catherine's office, I felt completely at home. It's just, she's so welcoming and kind and understanding, and she really does make you feel safe. And so the first time under hypnosis, though I came in with my doubts, I felt totally at ease when I first came in and have ever since. Throughout our time together, I have seen a dramatic change in my relationship with food and my relationship with myself and my body and my mind. I am the one who has the power. I've had 4 sessions over the past 3 months. My first session, super comfortable, but still some hesitation, and I was a little bit hesitant if this was actually going to work. And so I decided to follow through. Nothing's going to happen overnight. I mean, I know that from all of my past dieting, exercising experiences, so I decided that I'm really going to stick with this and see where it goes. So my first session, comforting but not necessarily life-altering. You know, I had to accept that this was also my responsibility. So I had to really get involved in the process, do the practices. I mean, it's kind of like homework for your brain and your mental health, which seems silly at first, but it really did work for me. The past 3 months have been amazing in ways that I never really expected. I kind of thought, oh, this will just be a weight loss thing, or it'll either work or it won't. But it wasn't just about the weight loss. It was about my relationship with myself, my relationship with my children, my relationship with my own mind. And through these practices, through these techniques, I have gotten more joy out of life, and that has come with feeling more comfortable in my body, but also with just feeling more comfortable with myself and feeling more in control of my life. I can't thank her enough for the changes that I've made in my life, and I have made them. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do it without her help. I'm able to have the life that I wanted to have for so long. I am so grateful for that. My one regret is that I wish I hadn't waited so long to do this, and I wish I hadn't have been so skeptical from the beginning, because I was really just standing in my own way.